Hey friends, Pete here from sportconsumer.com, and what I'd like to do today is to give you a very brief overview, kind of my first impressions of the Sole F85 Treadmill. It's not a full review. If you're looking for something a little more substantial, if you're thinking of maybe buying one, go to our website. We have a full written review, like a post on all the details, the specifications. I'm not going to get into that today. There's too many bells and whistles on it. I'm not going to tell you all those details because that's on our website. There's a link below. You can go there and we'd love to have you check that out. What I want to do today is just tell you kind of my first impressions. I've had quite a number of treadmills in my life. I mean, not that many. I guess I've had about 4 so far. And this is our newest purchase. This is a couple of days old. We've just brought it here into our weight room. And there are some impressions I have, and it might be helpful for you to know what they are if you're thinking of maybe buying this machine. So first off, I thought that right over there, you can kind of see on the edge of the shot, you can see another treadmill. It's a Health Rider H70T. I thought that it was a substantial machine, and it kind of is, but the Sole F85 is a step above. I mean, it has to be. The Health Rider cost me about, it was under $1,000, and it's a pretty good machine. It's bulky, it works well, but the F85 is like over $3,000. Is it really worth it? Seriously? Why would you pay more than 3 times as much for a machine? What are you getting out of that? So that's kind of one of the things I wanted to. I got a good deal on it. So I jumped at the opportunity to get it because the Health Rider was at the end of its life. It's had a lot of work done on it. It's showing its age, and so we thought we'd get a new one. But what's the right one? So if you look at some of our other videos, we just made a video recently of how we got this thing into the sunroom. I'm 170 pounds. My wife is a lot smaller than me, and we're not like super ultra strong, and so it was quite a challenge. This machine weighs just a little over 300 pounds. That's insanity. Like, how do you even move this thing around? We picked it up from the store and drove it home, and we moved it around. It was a tough haul. So that kind of gave me an idea of what's going on here. This is a quality machine. I just assume the heavier it is, the more kind of health clubby it is. And so I got it into place, and my impressions were not mistaken. It doesn't move. I'm shaking it here, and I can barely move it, where the Health Rider, it's just floppier because it's a lot lighter. I can move the Health Rider myself. This, I could barely move just the base with my wife's help, and using those forearm straps, you know, those big orange straps that you can carry things. Well, that's what I was using, and it was still hard. So yes, it is a very solid machine. The deck is just bigger and longer than the Health Rider and other machines that I've owned. And not only that, but really quiet. I can't express how happy I am for the sound level that I get out of this, because I've never had it so quiet from any other machine I've had. But the other thing that is interesting to note is that it's got a lot of stuff here on the control panel. It extends way up. It's got way up here. It's got a tablet and cell phone holder, but you can also hold something down in the this area. It's got an LCD panel, which no treadmill I've ever had has had, and just all your standard controls. Your hand grips for your pulse. It has speed controls on the bars here, on the side bars. But I said I wasn't going to get into those things, and I'm not, but I mentioned that just to say that when you look at it, it does look like something that would be in a health club. It's got another level down here for storage, and again, is that worth over $3,000? What are you getting? Well, you're getting a way better motor, 4 horsepower motor, way better than most, and you're getting just componentry that is better. I know a lot about bikes, like road racing bikes, 10 speeds, that sort of thing, and you can get bikes at Walmart for $100, and at a quick glance it looks the same as a racing bike that you would see in the Tour de France, which costs well over $10,000 compared to $100. What's the difference? Well, everything is the difference. From the materials to the details of the componentry, the actual metallurgy that's involved. I mean, everything is different. So, I mean, one of the other things is with, most machines, less expensive ones, you're not going to get a separate heart rate monitor, chest strap, for example, that's integrated here. So there's a whole bunch of little things. You can read about that on our website. It's not perfect, right? I'm not here going, this is the best thing in the world. But there are a few things that are, kind of good and bad. I mentioned a few good things. Let me show you this. This is kind of neat. In any other machine I've had, when you want to fold it up, you gotta like really kind of pick it up with all your strength, and then kind of walk it into place, and then apply a pin, a locking pin, to hold the base upright, right? Well, watch this. It's not heavy. It's not hard to do this. Anybody can do this because it's assisting me. Look, ta-da! All right, and then to bring it down, it's kind of neat too. You just push it up a little bit. You pull this lever down, and then you kind of let it go down. It goes on its own at about this speed for about another second, and then slows down a little bit more, and then very, very gently settles in. So again, it's just sort of this sort of level of next step luxury, as well as extreme quality in just the build quality, I guess, of the machine. But again, not everything is perfect. I personally like you guys know the safety key, right? So you clip this to your body, and in case you fall off the machine or you kind of go off the end, it will pull out a safety key. Pretty much every treadmill in the world has that. Well, even in my cheaper machines in the past, the key itself is attached magnetically. And it's nice. It just clicks right into a little socket, and it just seems like that's how they all should be. The problem is this one, it's it's not magnetic, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. You gotta pull out this key, and it really is like a physical key, and you can't even put it in easy. You gotta kind of put it in a slot and then kind of like wriggle it in or push it really hard and make sure it's in all the way. It's just not as easy and intuitive and luxurious and advanced as even a magnet would feel. It seems like a step back. So it's not the biggest deal in the world. I'm just saying it's one of those things. The screen, the LCD panel on here is not touchscreen, and intuitively nowadays you just kind of do that, right? Your fingers go to a touch screen, and then you realize it's not a touch screen, and you got to go through all kinds of extra buttons and go through menus and everything. So again, it's not as intuitive as I would like it to be, given what my first impression is when I see it. So so is it perfect? No, it's not, but you're not going to get perfect for something even in its price range, like $3,000-ish. They do get more expensive. Health clubs have professional models that are even a step above this. So would I be comfortable in recommending this to a health club? Yeah, I actually would. I think it really is of that quality. The manual comes with a maintenance schedule for different things that should be done at what time intervals, like an automobile. So it's a serious machine, but it's not the best you can buy. I think it's a very good deal. That's why I bought it, and that's why I do recommend it. But is it the best in the world? No. Wouldn't say it's the best. It does have a USB charging port, which is kind of cool, and you can plug in your MP3s as well as your headphones, although you may as well just put your headphones into your iPhone. That's what I do. I just do it wirelessly and everything is just sort of more seamless. Nothing gets caught when I'm running. So anyway, that's just a general overall impression without getting into the features of it, the physical nature of it. It's really a substantial machine, but make sure you do have some help in moving it around if you do buy it. It's not light. With everything, it's just a little over 300 pounds. You know that even the base, not even including the main control panel or any of the sort of accessories, just the bed, it's like 300 pounds. So yeah, you'll wanna be prepared to move it properly and to get some help to do that. But once you do have it, it's probably going to last you, I don't know how much you use it. It could be a couple of years, it could be decades, depending again on how much you use it. But I can almost guarantee you, without actually having it for many, many years, that it will last you considerably longer than a machine that will cost you, you know, $600 off of Amazon or at your local fitness store. So anyway, just my first impressions. If you guys appreciate kind of stuff like this, please do give me a like and a subscribe, and I'll continue to bring you just, you know, updates on new machines and how they work, and reviews. And then of course at sportconsumer.com we've got reviews on over 3,000 products in any sort of sport you can imagine. So please go check us out there as well. All right, thanks again for watching, and I am looking forward to bringing you the next video very soon. All right, take care, guys. You know, just even the base, not even including the arms and the main control panel. Yeah.